Oh, dude, man, this was stressful. Oh, dude, that was beyond stressful. But do you want to know something? What is it? Stars are third and essential, baby. Oh, dude, when do we schedule the parade? Oh, dude, it was already scheduled last month. Then we had to cancel it due to the 6-0 loss to Vancouver. But hey, at least they had the spot still open. We'll get it back. Hello, guys. Welcome back to DSFR Game 58. Stars with the Blues, and well, the Stars get the result that they needed for a long time. They win against the Blues 2-1. Probably one of the most stressful games of the season, and probably one of the most important ones. Now, key notes before this game, Mark Mathot came back. I think he was wrestling with like a foot injury, something like that. He hadn't played since January 4th. He was out for a month, and then he comes back in and plays pretty decently. He was good defensively at the end of the game, especially. I feel like he made quite a few good plays, and overall, he was pretty decent there. And of course, before this game, the Stars were 2 points behind the Blues for that third central spot, and we know what ended up happening there. Now, there was quite a few penalties in the first period, and it was a very feisty game. No team was really better than the other, even though the Blues got a lot more opportunities. The Blues didn't bury any of them. They got lots of opportunities, great high-quality chances, but they couldn't bury on any of them. Bishop was fantastic in the first as well. I think the Blues got a couple power plays, and of course, Bishop had to be great there. And we go to the second 0-0, even though the first was very entertaining and very, very just competitive, and it was a great period overall. Gunnarson's defenseman, I think it was shot from the Yamark. It goes off of Gunnarsson and right into the net. Just a bad break for the Blues, and the Stars go up 1-0. Upshall makes a dirty hit on Patterson, and then Patterson just kind of cross-checks him, and they go in a giant scrum, and it ends up coming pretty big. And I think the Blues got a power play from that, which is pretty egregious, but they ended up scoring on that, thankfully. But Patterson and Upshall made a dirty hit there. But Patterson kind of got revenge for it, which is great to see because that was a dirty hit. Didn't get called, and the Blues somehow get a power play from it. It was unfortunate, but thankfully the Stars' PK is elite, so that wasn't really a problem there. Once again, the second period was full of chances for both sides. The Stars got lots of opportunities, missed a lot of nets, and the Blues got loads of opportunities, but missed tons of nets. The Blues got so many chances, I couldn't even count them off my fingers right now. They just got so many opportunities, so many great opportunities, and they just couldn't finish on them. They were playing great. The Blues really outplayed the Stars throughout almost the whole game, I'd say. And they just really couldn't come up with a goal. The puck luck wasn't there going their way, and of course they couldn't finish. That's really a recipe for that disaster for them. And of course they don't come away with the win here, and it really shows there. Now the end of the second period was really stressful, but it really didn't get much better in the third. And also, you can't forget Ben Bishop in the second period. He was fantastic as well. Whenever the Blues would not miss the net, they would either get a shot on goal and have a great opportunity, and Ben Bishop was fantastic tonight. A lot of saved and a lot of great opportunities by the Blues, and really Bishop was there to stop a lot of them. Now, early in the third, Tarasenko has a wide open net, and then he just whiffs on it. Again, another bad puck luck play. The puck was spinning, and Tarasenko couldn't get the handle on it, but the Stars defense got bailed out of that one. Tarasenko wide open, and then he just whiffs on it. Fantastic break by the Stars, and they're still up 1-0. Now, Stars gets a power play, and of course you'd say, oh, this is where they get another goal. Klingberg comes up, slaps it, and it goes off the post, and yeah, that's not where it comes. But hey, it wouldn't take much longer until the goal actually comes. With even strength, Ben is making a great shift. He's coming around the net, just kind of cycling it through. He comes around, gets around the blue line, and just shields it, just barely keeping it in. Shoots it back to Johns. Johns tries to carry it back up. It's on the side of the board, so it's basically the puck is bouncing off the boards. It goes right to Johns. Then he absolutely blasts it. Radulov is in front, kind of giving the screen to Allen, and then he just blasts it, and it just finds a hole on Allen, and the Stars are up 2-1. A blast by Johns, and his 8th of the season. I didn't even realize that. He's having a great year offensively, a lot better than that last season, and he's being underrated in that defense. He's actually been pretty good offensively with 8 goals now. I didn't even expect that, but the Stars were up 2-1, and that was just a blast. The Thought gets his 100th assist on that play, and Klingberg gets his 200 points on the Yamark goal for the first goal. So 2 big milestones for the defense there, and that's great to see. Now, the third keeps chugging along. The Blues get more chances, and they keep missing on the Stars. Not playing too well. I mean, they've only gotten like 15 shots up to this point. Line's down, it keeps down going, and then we have a breaking point with 4 minutes left in the third. Klingberg is around the board. Shen is right there. Shen gets a puck, and then Klingberg just makes an obvious high stick, and the Shen is bleeding. And of course, when that happens, Klingberg is out for 4 minutes. The game is 4 minutes left. It's basically like 4 minutes. I think it was like 12 seconds when he took the power penalty, and that's basically the whole game shorthanded from there on out. And it would be rough, but the Stars did end up clutching it, and they just ended up winning the game somehow, some way. Now, about a minute into that power play for the Blues, they're in the offensive zone. They ring around the boards, around the net. It comes right back to Parayko, I think, and then he shoots, and then it would have been a goal for the Blues, but then Pitlick just comes out of nowhere and just makes a diving save and blocks his shot somehow. And of course, that basically saves the game, as in there would be another goal in the game. And that was just a huge break by the Blues and a fantastic block and a clutch block by Pitlick. Now, of course, we're still on the power play as Tarasenko winds up, and then he gets a one-time pass right to Shen. Of course, they just score. Shen gets another goal on the Stars. He's basically a Stars killer. Basically, that whole Blue squad is a Stars killer. But Shen gets another goal, and then that was basically a wide-open pass. I mean, Bishop had no chance on that. And the defense, I wouldn't say kind of left it up a try, but it was on power play, so I can't really I can't really harp on them too much. But just a solid play and a great pass by Tarasenko, and this game is very, very close now at 2-1. Now, a few clutch saves by Bishop here and there, and the Stars somehow hang on to the lead, somehow, some way. I mean, there's loads of faceoffs in the last minute. They went to like 23 seconds to like 12 seconds to 6 seconds. Loads of faceoffs in the last minute, and that was one of the most tense minutes in all the season. That was just a fantastic game, and that last minute was just tense as you could ever really get. And the stressiness was just through the roof right there, and it was a crazy game to watch, and just a brilliant one. No, well, Maffat's not done. Basically the horn comes off, the Stars win. Maffat is over in the corner just fighting a guy. And I'm thinking, what are you doing? The game's over. But I guess that's what Maffat is here for. And of course, the Stars win somehow and take third in the Central Division, which is super important and just fantastic for the Stars. Third in the Central Division. The Blues were starting off hot. Canada came back down to earth and had a little bit of a hot week this past week. And then kind of, again, with this loss, kind of a little bit of a setback for them. Now they're in the wild card position for who knows how long. They were first in the division for the longest time and really looked like they were going to really win the division. Kind of no questions asked. And at the midseason predictions, I said the Blues will fall off. I'm just saying my predictions are right. I'm kind of right there. But enough of my rambling. The Stars win, and that's the most important thing. But oh my, Bishop, just props to you, man. Fantastic game. The Stars only got, I think it was around 18 shots throughout the whole game. And Bishop, I'd say, stopped, I think it was around 30 shots. But just a fantastic game. The quality of the shots were very, very good. Even though the Blues missed a lot of nets, Bishop was there for a lot of them, and still, fantastic game. It could have been a lot worse. The defense was getting up a lot of chances, but still, Bishop bailed a lot of them, and when he didn't, they were shooting it wide, so it wasn't too much of a worry there, but Bishop did what he needed to do, and he was fantastic tonight. And of course, that one goal, it wasn't really his fault. Now, just a shout out to Josh Bogarat on Twitter. He's on the Fox Sports Southwest stream, so if you're watching the Stars regularly, you know who he is. But he has a little stat here. He says, tonight was the 11th time in 27 home starts that season that Bishop has allowed 1 or 0 goals. That's pretty impressive. That's almost half of the games. That's like 4 from being half of the games. That's pretty ridiculous. He either has a fantastic game or a kind of game, so he's kind of inconsistent in that way, but 11 out of 27, I'll take that any day. Now, if we look at the Stars schedule, they go on a Pacific road trip. They face the Sharks at the Shark Tank, the Ducks, of course, at Anaheim, the Kings at LA. Then they go back to the AAC at versus the Jets, and then they face the Flames at the AAC, and then they face the Lightning. So that's going to be some tough opponents there. A lot of those teams are in the playoffs and are in contention, so they have a little bit of a tough road trip and tough games for these next 6, so they're going to have to be cautious. That third spot in the Central might not last long, so they're going to have to be on top of their game. Now, the defense was not great in this game, but it wasn't terrible. I mean, they weren't terrible. They allowed a lot of chances, but of course Bishop was there to stop them. The defense wasn't bad, and it wasn't a great performance either, so you can't really say it was a good one, but they're just going to have to keep going with this and try and get better there. But the forward group, they weren't too great. Of course, the shots that they did get were high quality, but they didn't get too many shots, so that is kind of worrisome. But against the Blues defense, I can kind of acknowledge it and say that the Blues defense was a part of that. Their defense is fantastic, and of course the Stars aren't fantastic on offense. I mean, they got the top 6 to just destroy worlds, but when you have a defense as the caliber of the Blues, you're going to get shut down a little bit. But again, they're going to have to be on their A game in the next few games, and they're going to have to be on top of the opponent, because if they have games like this, they can't really depend on Bishop to steal his games game after game. So they're going to have to be a lot better against these specific teams who are actually pretty decent, and they're going to be on top of their game. Again, to get these wins, it's going to be hard for them. I mean, yeah, my stress levels were high tonight. I'd be a little bit okay if it wasn't the same next game. That's good today, guys. Like and subscribe if you have not. Ring that bell if you haven't. Go Stars, go, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.